Um, you're going to go to the phone call, and it's going to be time to close out the deal and get paid for your hard-earned work, right? Pretty much, this process is very simple, guys. I do not want you to stress out about sales. I do not want this to be a problem for you. It's very simple. If someone has committed roughly at least at the minimum a half an hour to seeing what you have to offer, they by the time they get to this phone call, they're pretty prone to wanting to do some type of business with you. And if you truly did produce the result and it's intriguing and interesting and they can see themselves with those types of results or more, they're going to want to pay you. Okay, and if you're just asking, whether it be for $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, even $5,000, depending on what kind of client you're going at, I recommend going after anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 minimum on most of your clients. Just make sure they're pretty much no-brainers, right? But at this point, guys, the pain to pleasure close will help you get on the phone with them and pretty much close them out. And I'm just going to walk you through that in this video. Okay, and this is already uploaded, so you can see this and you can watch the video and look below. But it's pretty simple. Okay, so once your client contacts you for your service, once you guys have the appointment, you get their pain points. All right, so you're going to get to know them. Let them tell you everything wrong with their business, okay? How it's affecting their business, how it's affecting their life, their family, and their finances. Then you ask them two simple questions. So these pain points right here, guys, you can draw it out, or they're just going to talk. Okay, they'll tell you what's wrong with their business, what's going on, how they can't get leads, or they could be closing down. Okay, and you may want to entice some of this information and just ask them, how's business going? How many clients do you get per month? Where do you want to be? What's your goals? Where would you like to be next month, 3 months, or 6 months from now? Ask those types of questions to get these pain points out. Ask them, or is your wife a partner? Is your husband a partner? How's your relationship at home? Does it affect your business? You can ask those questions. Get personal. Be human. Okay, people want to work with real people. If you're human with them and you're giving them a real service and value and trying to really figure out the solution for the problem, they will tell you these things. Okay, so you just have to get comfortable with speaking to them. Okay, this is a part of the process, guys, where you really have to nurture it and just be human and just be transparent. That's it. Okay, well, once you have these pain points, I want you to write them down. Okay, write them down. If they're saying, my wife's going to divorce me, because of this business. If it goes under, she's going to take the kids, or they write, it's been my dream to take my family to Greece, but I can't because my business is not big enough, or I'm making enough money. All right, or I want to buy a new car for my family because my car is breaking down. I can't get a closing on a house or for real estate, or I can't get enough patients in my clinic, or whatever the case is. Okay, get those pain points, write them down. It's very important that you're taking notes on this phone call. Okay, so once they give you all those pain points, once you're done speaking with them and getting all that information from them, it's time to, well, before I get into that, they may ask you and try to talk to you about the price beforehand, but I would say I wouldn't answer that question yet and try to negotiate the price yet. Unless they say they're ready to rock and roll, 1,500, 2,000, let's go. But if they try to renegotiate you with the price, you simply just say, look, I have your application in front of me. I have some questions. I'd like to get to know more about you and your business and to see if we're a good fit. Okay, because remember, at the end of the day, you do not need them. They need you. So understand that. Don't act like this is the last client on earth that can pay you. Okay, do not act like that. It's important that you position yourself as the expert, position yourself as the authority. It's very important. Okay, so do not let them run the conversation. All right. So you're going to get all their information. Okay, you're going to come to the phone call, get all their information, get all their pain points. You're going to be taking notes. Then you want to get them to the point where you're asking them these two simple questions. After they've given you and cried and done whatever they've done with you on this phone call, you want to ask them two simple questions. I call it the pain to pleasure close. Okay, you brought them from all their pain into the pleasure. Of course, you do want to mention, I will say this, you do want to mention, whatever pain they give you, you know, what would their life look like if they were taking their kids to Greece, or if they were buying that new vehicle, or if they were closing another home so that you know, they could take some type of trip or do something nice for their family, or open up a second location. You know, how would life look then if they were making, you know, $50,000-$100,000 a month, something like that. You know, bring them pain to pleasure. That's what you want to do. Then ask them these 2 questions. This is the time to close the deal. Why is now a good time to invest into getting more customers for Facebook ads? Okay. You're going to ask them, why is it now a good time? And their answer is essentially going to be something around the fact that I'm ready for more clients. Now's the time. I know Facebook is where it's at. Now's the time to do it. And I'm ready. They're going to say essentially something like that. Okay. And why hire me as your marketer? You're going to ask them that right after, and you're going to let them answer. You're going to shut up and let them answer these 2 questions. Okay. And they're essentially, to this answer, well, you've, you know, obviously presented your information. I watched your video. It looks like you're getting awesome results for your clients. You know, they may even say, you know, I trust you. There's a lot of people that don't do what you're doing in the market, and I really appreciate that. So get all that information, write that stuff down as they're telling it you, then give them the price. Okay, awesome. It's going to be $1,500. And let's get you closed out. All I need is a credit card, and we're going to get access to your Facebook account. And you're going to walk them through that process afterwards on getting access to their Pixel and access to their business manager and stuff like that, right? But if they give you any objections, okay, if they want to come to the phone call and say, you know, I'll get back to you, that's too much, I can't afford it, let me talk to my partner. You say, I agree, but didn't you just sit here and explain to me how a lack of customers and sales is negatively impacting your life, family, and business? These are the problems, and this is the solution. Okay, you pretty much are going to use all their pain points against them. Didn't you just tell me you wanted to take your kids to Greece? Didn't you just tell me you want to buy that new van for your vehicle? Didn't you just tell me you want to open up a second location? Didn't you just tell me you want to hire 20 more employees, but you don't have the growth and the leads to do it right now? You're going to put all those pain points back on them. That's why it's important to take notes on this stuff, because when they're giving you these objections, didn't you just tell me? You're going to go, didn't you just tell me to them, to their face, okay? When they're trying to close. This, guys, you're going to move into a hard close in this section. It's okay. Some of it may be challenging for you, all right, but I need you to break past that boundary. It may not happen every time. You can get people that'll come to this phone call, you know, Doug, Amy, Jack, whatever your name is. I love the video. I'm glad I'm on this phone call. I'm ready to rock and roll. Here's my credit card. How do we get started? Boom. All right, that will happen. But you know, I would say, you know, 6 to 7 times out of 10 it won't. So be prepared to do a pain to pleasure close. All right. So you're going to take all these pain points and hand them back to them. Okay. Then you're just going to shut up and let them answer. Didn't you just tell me? Didn't you just tell me? Didn't you just tell me? Shut up. Let them answer. Okay, rinse and repeat this process until at the end of the conversation, you know, is it going to be Visa or MasterCard, or can I send you an electronic, you know, contract or a document through Adobe Sign? Okay, you can use Adobe Sign. It's very cheap to use to set up a contract online to send them a credit card application. You can use that. I think in the earlier part of the training I do talk about that. But whatever you do, whatever email you send them to get the credit card, get it on the phone call. Do not let them hang up and try to get you the credit card the next day or the next week or whatever. Get it on the phone call, okay? If you say, all right, is it going to be Visa or MasterCard? They're going to be, okay, Visa. Okay, I'm going to send you this document right now. Just fill it out and get it back to me, and I'll wait on hold here on the phone while you do that so we can close it out. All right, and if they go back, you know, with the partner and all that, just use the pain points. Keep using the pain points. Okay, get the credit card on the phone, get the contract on the phone. Whatever you have, make sure you're prepared. Okay, make sure you're 100% prepared for this phone call. Make sure you have the contract ready in Adobe Sign, or if you're just doing a PDF, good to go. Make sure you have the credit card authorization form in Adobe Sign or in PDF ready to go to send email. Okay, make sure all that's ready to go to send them so they can do it right there on the phone call. Don't be scrambling at this point and trying to figure that out. Okay, it's very important that you got your guns and ducks in a row. But get them to, if you know, and tell them, look, I want to do this live now on the phone call. If you have any questions, we can work it out, but I would rather do this now than rather you wait and procrastinate and not do this at all, because you and I both know how these things can go. All right, so tell them that, and I guarantee you guys, you will close at least 300% more deals from your call to close ratio than you were before by using this type of close. Okay.